My name is Hashmat, and today we'll talk about the view state in ASP.NET. And we're going to learn about the stateless nature of HTTP protocol and how a waveform is processed and what is a view state and the rule of view state in ASP.NET. And finally, we're going to talk about the primary difference between ASP.NET server control and HTML control. Okay, and let's go to the Visual Studio. We're gonna see an example there. Okay, so this is my waveform, and this waveform I have a text box and a button. Okay, and let's go to the code behind file, view code. Okay, so right here in the page load event. Okay, for example, I'm gonna declare local variable click count equals 0. Okay, and the page load event, I'm gonna say if it's not post back, I'm gonna store and my text box 0. Alright, so if it's not a post back, I'm gonna store 0 in my text box. It means if our page is not post back to the server, so I'm gonna store 0 to my text box. Okay, so if it is a post back, for example, if it's a post back, I'm gonna say click count equal to click count plus 1. That now this is local variable that I declared here, so this is actually 0, the value is 0, and 0 plus 1 1, and I'm gonna store 1 to this local variable back. Okay, and finally I'm gonna say tx1.text equal to click count dot to string method. Okay, all right, so well, let's go ahead and build a solution. Alright, build succeeded. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and run the program. Okay, so now this is actually you know what, this is stored in my text box. You know what, 0 is stored in my text box because it is not post back yet. You know what, if I go ahead say click count, it's 1, right? It means when I hit the button, actually right here it comes here, if it's not a post back yet, it is a post back, and it came right here, and this local variable 0 and 0 plus 1 1 is stored back to this local variable, and finally we store 1 back to my text box. Okay, but how about if I hit this button again and it's still 1, again and again it's still 1, because every time I post back my page to the web server, it just declare a new page load event, a new local variable, a new button 1. Okay, so every time I hit the button, and this actually means the click count is 0, and 0, you know, it can here 0 0 plus 1 1 1 store back to this local variable, and finally my text box is 1, because we do not have a state to remember our value. So what is the solution? The solution is view state. Okay, let's go ahead and say what is a view state. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and store 1 here, and right here if it's not a post back, I'm gonna store 0 in my text box. If it is a post back, I'm gonna say here if view state, for example, click count or whatever, click if view state is not null, if ViewState is not null, then click count ViewState click plus 1. Alright? Okay, plus 1. So now this integer and this string, I'm gonna go ahead and cast this. Alright, so it's cool. So let's go ahead and remove that. Okay, so now if it is not a post back, it's gonna, I came here and check if ViewState is not null and ViewState plus 1 is back assigned to this local variable. Finally, this local variable values store back to my text box. And at the end I have to say ViewState and click equal to click count. Why? Because in this state I'm gonna remember my value. Alright, so now let's go ahead and build a solution. Alright, build succeeded, and let's go Control F5. Oh, that's cool. So now if I say click count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's just increasing. Why? Because every time I hit the button, it just it came over, and if it's not post back, it is a post back. I came here. If the view status, for example, 1, if the view status 1, 1 plus 1 is 2 back stored in this local variable, and right here 2 back stored in my text box. And at the end, this view state just remember my value, right? Because 2 is just stored back to my view state. When I hit the button again, it comes right here. If the view state is not null, okay, of course it's not null, and the view state is now 2, and 2 plus 1, 3, and just assign back to my local variable. Okay, so this is the view state. Views is actually used for to remember our value. Alright, so right here I'm gonna go ahead and back to my page, and the primary difference between ASP.NET server controls and HTML controls. Alright, so for example, if I have if I have like 2 text box here, let me add a text box, server control text box. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna add to one text box that is server control, and I'm gonna add HTML control text box, which is all the way down here. What's that? It should be here. Okay, that's right here. Okay, so now we have we have one HTML control text box and one server control text box. Let's go ahead and run it. It takes a while to run my program. Come on. Okay, so now if I say test, and right here test, if I hit the button, alright, so it is actually test this disappear from my HTML control, and right here it's still it's available here because server control use by default the view state but not HTML control, right? HTML control does not use the view state by default, but server control it use view state, right? Alright guys, so that's it for today, and thank you so much for your attendance and for your time. Alright, bye bye.